So guys, this is an example. We will use it for this to explain these three topics. Okay. So here, if you see this example, read this variable, which is I, and then check the variable if it's less than x or greater than 100. So the number should be between 0 and 10. So if not between these, what we have to do is exit or error, show error. Otherwise, calculate the sum. Okay, and then print the sum. So this is the program. So this is, we'll use it for explain these three coverage. So now if we want to find the test cases should be the test cases. Let's cover everything, all these statements. This is how many statements here. Okay, let's also include this as statement. So this is, we have 13 statements. You can later delete this one, it's up to you. But now we have, for example, is 13 statement. So we have to check now. For example, we select. If you see here now, we select based on the previous methods. We select this value, right? If you remember last time we said we should select one from valid and one invalid. So this is, we say the number should be between 0 and 100. So that's one, it's 1. So also we select invalid one, which is invalid one. So now that's what it is, based on the previous methods, this is correct. So now let's see here, is it correct? Is it still valid or no? So let's see the coverage. Should these cover all these statements? These two should cover all these statements, because now we have the code. So we try to cover all these code. If there is any error, it will show when we execute these test cases. So this is the purpose of the white box testing. So we'll take first we take -1. So when we check -1, we will read the first statement. So this is will be covered, and then we'll check now -1, this condition. I is minus, I mean, if minus less than 0, yes, it's minus than 0. So this is will be checked. That's mean it's covered. Now the third statement, it will go for this error. So this is now, if we check now, we have 13. By this statement, or by this test case, we cover this statement. Okay, so we cover only 3. So later, we calculate this, the coverage rate or the coverage, how much? So it should be now multiply, of course, multiply. I mean, the result multiply 100. So this is the coverage, maybe around 30% or less. So now this is if we check, if we execute first one. So now we have to add another one, which is 1. So now 1, if we check 1, it will come to this. So it's true. I mean, this is the result will be false. So it will come here. So it will execute this, it will execute this. If it's 1, it will execute this. So if it's 0, it will not execute anything, and it will go direct to here. So, but this is now 1, so it will come here, and then we'll execute this, and then this. So for using the second test cases, we'll execute these steps. So this is using the 3, using my 1. So now the 13, if we check now how many statement is covered, it's all 13 multiply or divided 13, so it will be 100%. So using these two statements or these test cases, we cover 100%. So this is the statement coverage. I think it's easy. Just try to select the good test cases that's cover all. Suppose now, guys, if we say, okay, from 0, right? From 0 to 10. So if we select -1 and we select 1 and 0, maybe this will not cover everything. I think it will not cover at least these two. Because once we come here, x is less than, but this will be 0. So x also 0. X less than is not x less than, it's equal. So it will come to print 0. It will come to print 0. That means if we select, even this is now, based on the previous methods, this is invalid, right? And this is valid. But this one will not cover 100%. Will not cover 100%. It will cover maybe 90 or 80%. So based on the result of number of statements divided by the total number of statements. Okay, guys. So in these methods, the important thing is to select the not only valid and invalid, but even also invalid, for example, or valid, but should be covered the maximum number of the test of the statement. For example, here we're talking about the statement, so the maximum number of statement. So this is about the statement. So let's now move to the next, which is branch. So as we see, branch test, branch coverage, it's also the execute all the branch. Should execute all the branch. When we talk about the branch exit, try to find the test cases that execute all the branch. So the branch here should be as the if statement. So we have two branch in the if statement, case statement or switch statement. So maybe we have more than, also it's while statement. So we have these three branch. Any branch or any statement of this statement in your code, so that means you have branch. So and then you have to cover these two branch, yes or no. Most of the time it's the two branch in each one. So the same example actually will take and to explain how many branch. So here, if you see how many branch we have here the first branch. It will take two value, either this or this. Also, we have another one, which is while. So if we say this is, we have two branch and this is two branch. So we have 4 here. We have to cover these 4. Okay. So let's now, I mean, this is also, as I told you, the even statement. You can draw a flow chart, and then based on the flow chart, you can check your statement or the test cases. So here we'll use the same test cases. Now we have the same test cases, and then we'll check, is it correct? I mean, it's still the coverage 100% or no. But now we talk about branch coverage, not the statement. Statement coverage, we know that it's okay, 100%. Using these two test cases. So how to check this? We just implement the first one, and then we see, does this come to this, for example, branch or no? I mean, these two, yes and no, is it covered or no? So once we, for example, implement the first one, we see this is the first branch. Of course, minus, that means it will be yes, it's correct. It's between the, it's less than 0. So we come to this. So this is the first branch, it's covered. And then this is direct, will go to end. So now if we take the another one, which is 1. So now it's the opposite. That means it will come to this place. And then where it will go? No. After that, now it will come where? To this place, because now we have 1. It will come 1 and then go to this place. After that, it will come to this place. So I think, okay, based on the, because now we don't need to cover this. I mean, it's come to here, but what we concern now, the branch. We have 2 branch here, should be covering. So this is now also it's covered, the 2 branch, which will come here and then come this. So this test case is also the same. Test case is covered. Also branch coverage 100%. Okay, how to calculate now the coverage or the branch coverage? The same things. How many branch we have? For example, we have here. We can say is we have 2. For example, if we have only this and this, or we have 4. For example, we have the first branch, second, third. So we can say 4 multiply 4. Okay, divide 4 multiply 100. So it will be 100%. So the coverage here, the branch is 100%. And most of the time, if the branch coverage 100%, so the statement will be also 100%. Okay. If the branch, not always, but most of the time, but branch coverage, if 100%, so the statement also should be 100%. So this is also is the branch coverage. The branch coverage. So 1 and -1 cover 100% of branch coverage. Okay, guys, this is sometimes if, for example, you select -1 and 1 as test cases, or for statement coverage. So sometimes you need more if you want branch coverage. Sometimes, for example, for our method, our example is the same. Branch coverage and statement coverage use the same test cases, but sometimes it's need more. So you add sometimes if you generate the test cases for statement coverage, you have to check also, is this work well with branch coverage or not? So this is one note you should be aware about it. Okay, so maybe now we go to the third one, which is path coverage. Okay, guys, here the path coverage, it's execute each individual, see here, each individual path from the end or from the start to end. So this is the most important things. Complete path testing is not realistic goal for program with loops. So for loops, actually, it's infinite path. So most of the time it's count only one. Okay, it's count one, but it's infinite when we have loop. So guys, now we have the same program. So let's guys, how many path -1 and 1 it can be covered? Can please guys help with the answer? Okay, based on your understanding, path I say is not branch. So is it branch? For example, if we have if statement, if we have loop. So, but if we talk, when we talk about the path, we have full path from the beginning to the end and all the possibilities. So how many path here? Just post it in chat. I'm waiting. Hello.
Is there 3 paths, maybe?
Again?
3.
Okay. If no answer, if no another answer, I think we will see. Yes, I think it's 3. So where's the third one? And based on, as we said, someone he said 3, yes. So I think it's 3, yeah. But here, if we talk about the first one, 1, right, to the end. Second one is come here, right? Go like this, like this, like this. So is it cover everything?
No.
Where's the third one?
The third one goes
from start, read.
from that.
No, yes. After here, where we go?
We go to right. We go to no.
No, we go to the no, and then it's direct to print. Yes, this is the correct. Actually, maybe I don't have to explain now the 3 another slide. Yes, that's correct. So guys, let's see now this one. So as your friend said, this is the correct. Yes, we have, for example, now if we take the minus, it will cover this path. We take, okay, the 1, it will cover this path. So now exactly what your friend said, if we, there is another path. There is another path, which is, it goes direct to the end. Because still is considered as path. Even here is covered, but still is a path. So this is, we have to add, that's why we have to add one test cases, and that test cases is covered. I mean, this is the one it goes direct to the print statement. That's mean no, and then direct print statement. So this is the third path, which is, as your friend said, So this is the 3 test cases now. How many paths we have? We have 3 paths, and these 3 test cases cover these 3 paths. Okay, so this is the it will be 100%. If we take only me, for example, this is maybe around 60%, because we have 3 paths and we cover only 2 paths. So the coverage is around 66. Okay. So this will be the 3 paths.